Maybe we think we aren't as pretty as someone, or that we will never get into a relationship. Maybe we hate the way our body is shaped. Maybe we will all fail that test. Maybe we have a broken heart. Maybe we have no friends. There is hope, and this is it. Hi, my name's Holly, and welcome to my channel. If you're new here, what my whole channel is I share anonymous diary entries that people send in to me. They're usually about struggles that people are too afraid to talk about themselves, but this one is a little bit different. I kind of have to tell you the backstory about this one because it kind of goes with the whole thing, so please just stay tuned. It's not that long, I promise. The biggest question I get is how hard it is to read these entries, and I have over 20,000 submitted to me, so of course it's like a valid question. My answer is always that I don't read a lot at one time. So the other night I was reading kind of a lot, and I was reading super heavy ones, and I don't know what happened, but I just got really down. I got into this mood where I literally just wanted to delete everything. Delete all my pages. I didn't want anything out there anymore. Like, a lot of fear was kind of instilled into me at that moment, and I just got like super sad, super overwhelmed, and like super like fearful about the whole thing. Like, I don't even know. I think it was just all hitting me at once. So I was kind of like getting ready just to shut my laptop and just be like, whatever, I'm just not gonna post for this week. I just can't do it right now. But then I'm religious, so I was like, you know what? I'm just going to search like Jesus in the email search bar and just see what comes up. I was kind of just needing like something, like some kind of hope, something good, like some positive story, or just like something from like God, because I was just at such a low point. I don't know why. It was like 1 a.m. in the night and I was just there. So I was kind of giving God like a chance just to like speak to me for a second, however he wanted to, and he honestly did. And let me just explain, even if you aren't religious, it's not a big deal, just sit tight for a second. What came up was the entry that I'm actually about to read for this video. This entry is from August. It's from like a few days after I posted my very first video on TikTok where this whole thing started. So the chances of me finding it are so slim. I don't even know like why I clicked this one. It was the first one I clicked after I searched Jesus, and it just came right up. It had like a little introduction in the email explaining what it was kind of about, and what it was is that it's just kind of like a piece of hope in the midst of all of the depressing stories, because that can kind of get depressing and down for everyone. And I thought, okay, well that's literally what I was kind of just going through. I need this. I need to read this right now. And then it read at the end of the introduction, "This is for others and possibly you," as in me. And no one has ever really written that before in any entry. And then this was mentioned at the end. "I believe that this was an idea from God." And right there, I was like, okay, this is what I'm supposed to share. Because the entry that I was going to share was just so heavy. It just brought me down, and I just didn't feel right about it. So this goes out to everyone who needs a little bit of hope or encouragement or just something, because life has been a little bland or letting you down lately. First off, it's not bad to be sad. You may not be religious, but Jesus got depressed and he never sinned. We all go through hard times and have many moments where we feel like we aren't good enough or that so-and-so is better. Maybe we think we aren't as pretty as someone, or that we will never get into a relationship. Maybe we hate the way our body is shaped. Maybe we will all fail that test. Maybe we have a broken heart. Maybe we have no friends. We need to stop with all the maybes. We can't live our lives being afraid. And we certainly can't live our lives holding on to insecurities, pain, and lies we believe about ourselves. Nothing will ever get accomplished if we do. It's okay to be sad, but it's not okay to label ourselves as helpless and just give up. There is hope, and this is it. Change can happen. When we look into the mirror, all we tend to notice is our flaws. How about we look into the mirror and tell ourselves of all the good things, or the things we are thankful for? I mean, we're alive, aren't we? We may be struggling, but at least we have the chance to make it better. Not everyone got to wake up this morning, but you did. We also tend to always complain as humans. We may think our life is the absolute worst. I admit it may feel that way a lot, but we need to remember, it could be worse. There are people on the other side of the world in much worse situations. It doesn't invalidate our struggles whatsoever, but it does remind us that we do have blessings. Some would kill just to have a roof over their head. When I was trying to become a happier person, I took 3 things from my life. They aren't completely gone from my head, but I'm working on it still. It takes time. And they may not seem like that big of a deal, but they are. The first thing is that I stopped complaining all the time. Complaining makes you focus on the negatives, and it's not fun being around someone super negative. And I'm not talking about other people here. I'm talking about you. It's not fun living with yourself if you're constantly spewing out negative thoughts. I also stopped feeling sorry for myself all the time. I would constantly tell myself that I suck or that I'm not good enough, and then I'd cry. That's just the devil telling you lies. Now, whenever I'm about to think ridiculous lies like those, I laugh. Again, this takes time, but the more you practice this, the more your thoughts change. As your thoughts change, your life changes. The last thing is a phrase. We all need to stop saying, "I'll be happier when." That makes us materialistic and focus on what we don't currently have. It makes us cling to things and ideals, and it's just super negative in general. I promise you, if you continue saying, "I'll be happier when," you'll continue being disappointed because you'll never get to that perfect place in your head. It doesn't actually exist. There is no time or place except the now, right now. Of course, goals and dreams are good, but don't let them hold the entire weight of your happiness. Live in the moment. Make the best of each moment. The blessings you currently experience may not be here forever. Hearing what other people are going through all the time is upsetting. I pray for you all. We are living through dark times, and it's rough. You may not find happiness right now, but it's a process. I'm feeding and holding my pet who is struggling himself, and it's sad, but I found happiness, and I'm at peace. Sincerely, D. So that was it, and the writer did say that I could add to it, and I did a little bit, but when I read that, it was just kind of like a huge rush of just hope and encouragement, honestly. I know a lot of people will listen to this and just kind of be like, easier said than done. Well, yeah, everything is easier said than done. And I understand if you're going through clinical depression, and that's obviously a much deeper thing, but it still doesn't mean you're helpless. Listen, change will not happen without you taking action. It won't happen. You can have 20 top-rated therapists and all of the support in the world telling you what to do, supporting you, and if you don't take action on their advice or what they're telling you, how do you expect to experience change in your life or your mental health or perspective or whatever? You have to actually do something. Take action. You have to stand up and fight for yourself. And yeah, it's hard, but if it was easy, we wouldn't be here in the first place. I understand sometimes you just need that little push from outside sources, from other people, not yourself. But listen, this is that push. Take it. There is not one person on this earth that can help you more than you can help yourself right now. And I'm going to say it again. Yes, you need that support and you do need help, and oftentimes professional help. But you can have all of that help and then still not experience change because of you. Jim Carrey said this one quote, and I've always just loved it, so I'm just going to read it. "I believe that depression is legitimate. But I also believe that if you don't exercise, eat nutritious food, get enough sleep, consume positive material, surround yourself with support, then you aren't giving yourself a fighting chance." I just love that. Using outside circumstances as an excuse for where you're at mentally isn't the best excuse. I understand that it can be a good excuse sometimes, but it's not the best. And 99 times out of 100, it's such a prominent thing in your life because you're giving it that power. How do we know this? I mean, just look at famous people. They are doing what they love. They have accomplished everything that they ever wanted to. They have millions of dollars. thousands of friends, they have access to the top-rated psychiatrists, therapists, medical care, everything in the world. Usually they have like the beauty standard body, face, image, clothes, everything, and they still get sad. It's not about circumstances, it's about perspective, and you have the power to change your perspective. Yes, there's chemicals in your brain that affect that, and I feel like we all know that, so I don't need to go there, but you have so much power over your mental health and your body. You do, I promise. You can't use your story or your past as an excuse to stand still right now, because the truth is, all we have is right now. The present, what's going on now. And if you keep dragging up the past, you're wasting the current moments to change your story right now, to change your path. So anyways, I'm just going to stop ranting there, but I just wanted to share this with you. It definitely positively affected my life, so thank you for submitting this, whoever did. I know this won't be for everyone, but I know that at least one person can benefit from this. I myself did. So that's all that matters. One person out there, that's all I care about. The rest of you can hate it if you want to. I just had a strong feeling that I should share it, and so I did. I do share diary entries on Instagram and TikTok, and they're all different, so be sure to check those out. They will be on the end screen, and they're also linked in the description. If you want to submit a story, diary entry, whatever, the details will be in the description box as well. Thanks for listening. I'm hoping some of the things I said actually made sense. If not, thanks for sticking around.